Hey, this is SoCal Bob here, and transparency. What is transparency? Why is it important? Well, right now our government is going through quite a bit of a change, and the word transparency was brought up. Mr. Musk is going to have everything he does online. It's going to be done like almost instantaneously, and of course we appreciate that. That's good to have transparency, to have a knowledge of what's going on, what are the facts, rather than guesswork. We know it's confidential, it's classified. It's, you know, if everything is classified, if everything is confidential, if everything is so secretive and so mysterious, then it makes you wonder, what's going on? What is going on? What's the deal? You know, in relationships, sometimes that can be tricky because, you know, you don't want to reveal confidences, and there's confidentiality that is appropriate. You know, if someone, I heard one of the attorneys today say, well, you know, my client privilege prohibits me from saying exactly what was discussed. But overall, I would say, you know, well, that's different. You know, if you have a client, at the same time, when you're dealing with individual people in a family, it's really important to have transparency, to be able to tell people, say, hey, you know, this is the deal. You know, you need to improve and list the areas. And then here's your steps to growth. Here's your markers. Let's set some markers in place so that by February, we're going to have this done. By March, we'll have that done. And we're going to have weekly updates, and we're going to give you specific details on how to improve, how to be better. Really simple, pretty simple actually. But if you don't have a transparency, then, you know, here's some vague targets that we think might be okay, but we don't. Well, what is exactly? No, you know. Then it's impossible, and frustration ensues, and people feel as though there's like a hit. It's like the Black Hand. Remember The Godfather and the Black Hand? You know, you never knew when that guy was gonna, you know, hello, good morning. You know, you're just like, what? You know, Vito's got to go. Get my cousin in here. And, you know, and poor Vito Corleone, he had to pack his bags, and then that kind of got him, it set him on a path where he you know, became the Godfather, because, you know, they lost his job. And then this quote friend of his said, my friend has carpeting for you. And it was, we're going down quite a change there. But the thing is that we need to be able to be clear with each other as much as we can without revealing identities and names and things. Sometimes I say stuff like, you know, my grandmother, when my grandfather passed away, and the care worker came in and said, Jean, Bob's gone. And she said, Bob can't go anywhere. His sister's coming. I always find that to be so hilarious, because, you know, my grandmother was the sweetest person in the world. She was just so vivacious and loving and kind, and the meanest thing she ever said was, I'm gonna wring your neck. And that was her way of being. You know, I never saw my grandmother ever lose her temper. I never heard a foul word out of her mouth. She was always a gracious, kind, loving person, and she was real clear. My grandfather, same thing, always a very, very good man. And I never heard him utter a foul word either. We lived in a whole different time back then, when profanity was not considered, you know, cool. It wasn't acceptable. Today, I mean, the stuff that's said today is just unbelievable. All right, well, we're talking about transparency. Be as transparent as you can with your family, your friends, your neighbors, especially with children. Especially with children. Did I say that? Especially with children. Children need to have specific, clear, realizable boundaries, something that they can understand. If your child doesn't understand the rules and you keep whacking them, it's not right. It's not right. It's not fair for the children. The children deserve to have comprehensible rules. If you're playing a game and the only one that knows the rules to the game, if the only one that knows the rules to the game is little Fernando, and Fernando is not willing to share the rules and he always wins, then is that a fair fight? No, that's not a fair fight. All right, I love you. Let's be clear. Let's be transparent as much as possible. Amen? Amen? Amen. Love you.